fucking car to drive. And you talking shit about me? Shut the up. Y'all don't even got a fucking house to wash your ass. And then you talking shit about me? Shut the up.
Even like when my children, love my children. All 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. It can't be.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter is responding to backlash over accusations that her father has cut off her financial support, leaving her to face criticism for depending on her parents for money. She maintains that receiving financial assistance from your parents is nothing to be embarrassed about. At the same time, she claims Floyd's choice to stop supporting her financially is connected to what she says are serious problems with his current financial situation.
You mad? Wouldn't you want to? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother so much? And why is that always being thrown in my face like that's such a bad thing? That's not a bad thing.
During a recent podcast conversation, Floyd Mayweather Jr. discussed how he handles financial support for his children. He explained that he has reached a point where he cannot simply provide them with money every time they request it. Mayweather said his goal is for his children to build their own financial independence instead of depending on the fortune and success he has accumulated throughout his career.
Money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Following reports that Floyd Mayweather stopped providing her with an allowance, Yaya Mayweather has drawn attention by saying she wants to know what it is like to work a conventional 9-to-5 job. Her comments, however, were met with skepticism, as critics questioned whether someone raised with significant financial privilege and accustomed to a particular lifestyle could genuinely adjust to the pressures and expectations of an ordinary workplace.
This story about Yaya Mayweather, right? So Yaya Mayweather is the daughter of Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, a world-time iconic boxer, made $1 billion in his lifetime. Money Team.
Come on.
I seen her and I was kind of torn. At first, everybody was like going at her, ha, oh my God, y'all going broke. But I'm like,
never.
You know, I wasn't really mad at what she was saying. So basically, she was saying, lately, I've been bored, so bored, I was thinking about getting a job just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun.
Now, for full context, she's been rich her whole life.
Oh, like, yeah, she's a Nepo baby.
She's a Nepo.
She is the example of what it looks like to just only know lavish, only know luxury, only know the finest of the finest.
And then her dad is Floyd, so all he do is like, he got floss, he got 100 cars, he got all of this. They fly in private jets. Right. So her whole life is luxury, and she probably has never had to struggle or had any type of adversity. She don't know, and she can't relate to anybody. This is probably why she can't create no products or services to monetize her stardom, because she really don't know.
Some critics have questioned whether Yaya Mayweather has developed a strong understanding of handling money, despite being raised around the considerable wealth earned by Floyd Mayweather. Their argument is that being surrounded by financial resources does not necessarily teach someone how to use those resources responsibly. Managing expenses, putting money aside, and making informed investments are all important skills. And without that knowledge, substantial wealth can be depleted over time. The conversation also extends beyond Yaya, with claims about a broader trend affecting children of wealthy families. According to this argument, many people who inherit significant fortunes eventually lose much of what they receive. A lack of proper financial education is often presented as one possible reason, along with an environment that may encourage entitlement instead of developing financial discipline.
You know what's up? These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting online saying, I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is going to be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it, which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled, spoiled ass.
Yaya Mayweather has previously rejected the idea that her life should be measured against the experiences of everyday people, pointing out that her upbringing has been very different. Growing up as Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s daughter meant being exposed to a level of wealth, luxury, and opportunity that most people never encounter. Because of those circumstances, Yaya has indicated that applying the same expectations used to evaluate someone from a very different financial background may not be appropriate.
Have to stop. Literally. Y'all have to stop comparing me, and even the people that y'all comparing me to, they have to stop. Okay? Comparing themselves to me. Because listen, you cannot y'all have to stop comparing me to people who wear fake designer stuff, okay? Let's start there. Who wear fake designer stuff. Baby, I'm walking into designer stores, Neiman Saks to get my stuff. They're not. They're getting these from these little boutiques, whatever. Let's start there. Now, then we're gonna go to stop comparing me to people who rent exotic cars, foreign cars. Baby, every car I drive, best believe, is paid for. It's not rented, paid for. In my last name is on the...
As Yaya continues to defend her position that receiving financial support from her parents is acceptable, questions surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances have become even more prominent. Desiree wrote on X that Mayweather filed a lawsuit earlier this year, accusing a former associate of taking approximately $175 million from him through an alleged long-running financial scheme. The claims reportedly involve money being redirected over a period of years, jewelry transactions in which pieces valued at around $100 million were allegedly pledged for only about $13 million, a private aircraft that reportedly disappeared, and real estate deals that allegedly resulted in major losses. The situation has become increasingly complicated, with the allegations pointing to serious financial problems. The Post also noted that the opposing side has rejected the accusations as baseless and has instead highlighted Mayweather's own spending habits. While some believe he may have simply spent away much of his fortune, others have speculated that financial pressure could motivate him to return to boxing for another major payday, potentially through the long-discussed exhibition bout with Mike Tyson. Regardless of which explanation proves accurate, the possibility of a fortune built over decades being significantly reduced would represent a major development for someone known worldwide as Money Mayweather, who has reportedly earned more than $1 billion throughout his career. According to the lawsuit, Mayweather alleges that his former associate, Jonah Renitz, gradually obtained influence over numerous parts of his business operations and financial affairs. Mayweather claims Renitz presented himself as a trusted advisor while managing significant financial matters on his behalf for several years.
A good week for Floyd Mayweather. Let's go. So now he has filed a $175 million lawsuit against his business partner, Jonah Rechnitz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Rechnitz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set support. I'm also curious to say what if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it, or these false allegations against Jones?
Dana White has also commented on the reports concerning Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legal and financial situation. He appeared sympathetic toward the boxing star and suggested that he could potentially offer assistance. White said that seeing someone work extremely hard to build such enormous wealth, only to later lose it or have it allegedly taken away, would be a terrible situation. The lawsuit reportedly contains several serious allegations, including money being taken, fraudulent investment activity, bank transfers made without authorization, valuable jewelry going missing, and claims involving the sale of Mayweather's private aircraft.
Probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the lawsuit.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is reportedly facing another legal matter, this one involving Showtime and his longtime advisor, Al Heyman. Mayweather has accused the parties involved of financial wrongdoing and claims that funds connected to several business arrangements were not properly managed. Based on the allegations, the former champion believes millions of dollars may have been mishandled or withheld in connection with agreements tied to his boxing career and other business ventures.
Mayweather filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, it's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled by his then advisor, Al Heyman.
Steven Espinoza, who previously served as Showtime's president, has also responded to the allegations.
Yeah, look, I can't say too much about it. The lawyers have asked me not to, but, obviously Floyd is looking for $340 million, which he, I think, supposedly discovered 10 years later is missing. I think you can tell by my tone what my thoughts are about that. And look, all I can say is I'm confident in the legal process. I'm confident about, what the facts are going to show. And I look forward to this, playing out in court so everybody can see exactly what is true. And exactly what, where the money went. Because if you look at the, how my career has played out, I spent my career going back to representing both Mike Tyson and Oscar De La Hoya. I've spent my career making sure that fighters are treated fairly and have gotten compensated fairly. And I've never done anything, but that. And I think at the administration that I ran at Showtime was one that was very fighter friendly. And I stand by that, and I know my reputation will continue to be that regardless of this.
Veteran boxing analyst Teddy Atlas pointed out that Steven Espinoza, the former Showtime executive, was also identified in Floyd Mayweather's lawsuit. Atlas said he had never particularly liked Espinoza and alleged that some fighters had not always received what they were owed in various boxing-related business arrangements. He also noted that some people suspect Mayweather's lawsuits could be connected to the financial demands created by his extravagant spending and ongoing need for money.
I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because the landscape made it available. Where there was, there was a lot of job shortages in the business, if you will, and people are eager, of course, to fight on a platform like Showtime if you're going to pay them. It's a lot of fighters available, and you didn't have to be talented to put on good fights at Showtimes. Like I said, there weren't a lot of places to go. There was a lot of unemployment. There were not a million places to go and get paid. So if there was a place, boom, there was a line of people waiting to get into that place.
Former ESPN writer Jason Whitlock has argued that Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have spent enormous amounts of money trying to maintain a relatable image and stay competitive within celebrity culture. Whitlock suggested that Mayweather's expensive lifestyle could have played a role in creating financial difficulties and possibly contributed to debt. He also claimed that the retired boxer might be weighing another comeback as a way to generate income, handle his financial responsibilities, and settle outstanding debts.
Mayweather is an example of the stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt. And this is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about, this whole I'm doing it for the culture. What has doing it for the culture ever gotten any?
Although Floyd Mayweather Jr. has generated more earnings than nearly any other boxer, questions about his finances have increased amid years of extravagant spending. Mayweather has become widely associated with an upscale lifestyle that includes luxury automobiles, costly jewelry, private aircraft, expensive properties, and a highly visible celebrity image centered around his wealth. Critics, however, point out that sustaining that level of spending can require enormous amounts of money, regardless of how much someone has earned. His situation has also contributed to a wider discussion about how quickly substantial fortunes can shrink when expenses remain consistently high. Without careful financial management, sound investments, and controlled spending, even an exceptionally large fortune can eventually face significant financial pressure.
Amount of money, money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like there's all these lawsuits, like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that, and it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes,
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He got to show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that shit. Like, boy, that money goes quick.
Terrence Crawford believes the situation surrounding Floyd Mayweather offers a valuable warning for young athletes everywhere, not only those competing in boxing. He emphasized that future opportunities are never guaranteed, making it important for athletes to make smart choices with their earnings and put their money into sound investments. Crawford also explained that money can be used to create even more financial opportunities, but poor decisions can have the opposite effect. Relying on the expectation of receiving another big payday can become dangerous, which is why he stressed the importance of preparing financially for the years ahead. Shakur Stevenson, however, has taken a more defensive position toward Mayweather. He argued that even if Mayweather is experiencing financial challenges, comparing his circumstances directly to those of an average person would not provide an accurate picture. Stevenson highlighted the enormous fortune Mayweather has accumulated throughout his boxing career. From that perspective, what may appear to be serious financial trouble from the outside could still leave Mayweather with a level of wealth far beyond what most people will ever experience.
See the headlines with Floyd right now. about the money issues, coming back. Like, what do you think about stuff like that? What's your thoughts on that?
You know, I try not to get in too much that kind of stuff because, right, people could talk about, oh, Floyd broke and Floyd this. Man, even if, let's just say, coincidentally, Floyd broke. Floyd broke ain't like everybody else broke, bro. Like, Floyd broke is a different type of broke. Like, Floyd broke is our super rich at the end of the day. So, now to see him come back fighting, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe you know what I think my thing is with Floyd? I know him. So, like, me knowing him, I know that he just loved boxing too much.
Stevenson has also argued that Mayweather's ongoing presence in boxing should not necessarily be interpreted as evidence that he is struggling financially. From this point of view, Mayweather continues stepping into the boxing spotlight because the sport has remained an important part of his life for many years. Although he officially retired from professional competition, he has stayed active through exhibition matches and other boxing-related appearances. His name alone can attract massive attention and generate substantial revenue, giving him additional reasons to remain connected to the sport. Stevenson's argument is that any future appearances by Mayweather could simply reflect his passion for boxing, his interest in entertainment, and his desire to remain involved in the sport where he achieved so much success.
Probably even gonna ever say it that, like, what it is. But, like, me talking to him, like, I done sat on the phone with Floyd for hours. And in conversation, I just realized, like, yo, this dude is just, he, like, in love with boxing. Like, he's obsessed with boxing. So, like, he probably just can't hang the gloves up. Like, he can't let it go.
He never really did.
He can't let it go.
Kept doing with the exhibitions.
Yeah.
He never really did. He'll take a break where you don't see him, but then he back in the gym. It's just crazy, like, thinking of Floyd being 50, having to go to the gym and spar 3 days a week, bro. That sounds crazy.
I mean, it look like he doing it well, though. Like, even when I watch the videos, I'm like, man, this don't look like no 50-year-old fighter to me. Like, it looked like a guy that, I ain't gonna say in his prime, but he looked like in his 40s.
That's the thing. Floyd past his prime is better than a lot of guys in their prime. That's the thing, because he just knows so much.
Too much, yes.
Been on too many big stages, so that's not gonna...
What's your take on the reports surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s finances? Share your opinion in the comments below.